welcome to the Joe Cortez Show here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the entertainment and the sports capital of the world. Again, my co-host, Shelly Stevens, and we have with us, our guest today would be Coach David Anthony, and he's been around a long time, doing a lot of stuff, and you own gyms in New Jersey, you own gyms in Las Vegas. You tell us a little bit about your boxing facilities?
I own a gym up in Vila, New Jersey. We're open up for 8 years, just to help the community out. I'm big on that, just putting people in the right path. I think it's a New York thing. We're born with that. We always helped in New York, and it comes out of me. So
you're from the Bronx, right?
Yes, sir. Born and raised in the Bronx.
And I'm from Spanish Harlem.
That's right. My mother grew up her whole life there on 116th
I went to Samuel Gompers High School in the Bronx.
Okay. Nice. I attended George Washington High a little bit. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, so tell me a little bit about what you're doing with the boxing.
I've been here, in Vegas for about 6 years. Boxing is my passion. It's what I do. I train fighters out of Top Rank Boxing, and we're just looking to fulfill dreams through boxing.
So what made you start with boxing? What made you get into it?
I've been in boxing kind of like my whole life. My brother was a boxer and trainer. He worked with Hector Camacho, Vinny Pazienza. So I was always my brother's shadow. He was my hero. Unfortunately, he passed away not too long ago,
so sorry
but he's the one that gave me the passion for the sport.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Okay, so you're training amateur fighters. Are you training any professional fighters?
Yeah, I train all professional fighters now, Joe. Yeah.
I
started out with the youth programs, and that's basically what my gym is all about: youth programs and introduction and showing them the art of boxing. But here in Vegas, I train all professional fighters.
Do you have a cruiserweight fighter?
Yes, I got a cruiserweight by the name of Isaiah Pinson.
Isaiah Pinson?
Yes.
How old is he?
He is 26 years old.
22?
26.
20?
Yeah, 26.
Oh, 26?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got to move pretty quick.
He's a former MMA fighter from PLL, coming over to boxing, and we're going to get him right. We're going to get him right. He's a tough young man, great individual, and we're looking forward to that.
I retired when I was 26. I turned pro when I was 18, though.
Wow. You see that? That's a blessing.
Yeah.
But shows the love of the sport that you had as you were young.
Yeah. Well, I was a 6-time Golden Glove champion.
Yes.
To New York, the Easterns, and National, two Spanish Golden Gloves.
Oh,
I did a lot with boxing. Then I turned pro when I was 18.
Right.
Then when I lost my first fight, it was my fight number 5. I lost by decision to a guy named I forgot his name. Anyway, he was a featherweight, almost a lightweight. I could barely make bantamweight.
Right.
I made 121 for the day of the fight. Anyway, that was my only loss that I had in the pros.
That's great, Joe.
I had 18-1 as a pro.
That's great. I never turned pro. I fought amateur for a little bit. I had 14 fights amateur. Life just came a little quick in New York. So, but I've always been around boxing. I love it. It's in my blood.
So you have professional. How many professional fighters do you have right now?
I'm currently training 3 professional fighters now. I got 2 young men. They're both 3-0. 2 young Cuban fighters, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
And then I got my cruiserweight, which is Isaiah. I've got some big things going on for Isaiah. We're looking to get his first pro debut, possibly September 12th in Oklahoma. I'm working on that right now.
That'd be his first pro fight.
That'd be his first pro boxing.
How many fights he had in the amateurs?
For him?
Yeah.
He didn't have any amateur background. He went right to the MMA.
Right.
He's 4-3 as an MMA fighter.
MMA?
Yes.
Okay, well, MMA...
But he's an athlete. He's an all-around American football player. So he comes with that grit.
When Conor McGregor, when he fought Floyd Mayweather, his manager called me up there, Joe, Conor McGregor wants you to train him for the fight with Mayweather. I said, well, but doesn't he have a trainer? Well, we want you to train him on the rules of boxing. So when he's sparring, he was sparring with Paul Malignaggi.
Okay.
And they had me in the ring as a referee, moving around with him at the UFC gym. And I remember Dana White was there, and Frank and one of the Fertitta brothers were there watching. They said, Joe, you're working hard today. I'm working like 5 or 6 rounds. I've been retired.
Right.
But they had me working that. I had him for 5 weeks. I was teaching him the rules. And he didn't do bad. He lost 10 rounds. He got stopped in the 10th round.
In the 10th round.
But he made it easy, $100 million for that fight.
Right, definitely. When they come in as athletes, it's a little easier for them to transform into the boxing.
Yeah.
Because they're already athletes, strong and stuff. So.
Well, Julio Cesar Chavez was bugging me because Julio and I were working with ESPN Deportes.
Okay.
And Julio kept telling me we would do our show with ESPN. He said, Joe, You train that guy Conor McGregor, he ain't gonna last one round. He'll last one round with Mayweather.
With Mayweather.
And you know what happened? He lasted 12 rounds.
He did.
No, 10 rounds.
He did.
10 rounds.
He
And
went
then
the distance.
When I went to the studio in L.A. on Monday to do our show, Julio and I, he said, Joe, I got to apologize. You were right. Yeah, the guy did pretty good considering he never fought before.
That's right. That's right. But that's where the athletic comes in. You know, these MMA fighters, they're tough guys.
Yeah, tough.
You know, they're tough guys. You just got to show them a whole nother angle to a fight.
And the thing was that was his first pro fight in boxing, but he made $100 million.
That's incredible.
I told him, wow, I'm ready to make a comeback myself for that
There
kind
you
of
go.
money.
That's right. And if you need a trainer, let me know. I got you.
So you own a gym as well here?
Yes. Vila Boxing.
Yeah.
It's a story. We all come with stories. Me and my two brothers, when we were growing up in the Boys and Girls Club, we were always thinking about opening up a boxing gym for us. Vila Boxing comes after my grandmother's name, Magdalena Villa. I lost my two brothers early. So when I lost my second brother, it made me a beast. It made me bring it to reality. So I worked hard and made Vila Boxing an entity. And here we are today, well known.
That's great.
And growing every day.
You know, it's a coincidence that you and I more or less we used to go in the same area.
Yes.
Because I used to go to the Boys Club of New York.
Yeah.
On 11th Street between 1st and 2nd. That's Jefferson Park Boys Club.
That's right.
And I went there from 1960 to 63.
Wow.
When for the Golden Glove tournament, my brother Mike and I. There was a fighter by the name of Angelo Soto. Before I started boxing, my brother used to come to the house and tell me, my brother started first. He said, Joe, there's a guy named Angelo Soto. He comes to the gym. Man, that guy, he's like a pro. That guy's so good. He can box, he can punch, he can move like a real pro. I said, really? You know, I wasn't boxing yet. Would you believe that 2 years later, I'm fighting him for the Open Championship.
Ain't that something?
And I ended up beating him
Ain't that
for the
something?
New York Open Championship.
Yeah, you see?
Angelo Soto.
Yeah, well, boxing is a small world, man, and once you're in it, you know, it's a net.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's great, Joe.
Okay, so now you're training fighters here in Vegas
Yes.
at the top-ranked gym?
Yes. I'm also the assistant coach for Las Vegas Hustle. It's a new league. We fight on MSG. There's 12 cities who have a boxing team. It's called Team Boxing League. We're on YouTube, MSG, and a couple other networks. We're actually in season 4. So the concept is there's 16 fighters to each team. Each professional fighter fights 1 round. And then we move on to a total of 24 rounds.
Wow.
The team that wins the most rounds in that night wins the event for the night.
That's great, yeah.
Yeah, the league is owned by the New York Giants, brother and their owners, and it's a big thing where they're trying to grow it. It's very exciting. So if you want to see a peek of it, you can go to YouTube, type up Team Boxing League, and you'll see the whole league. It's exciting. Actually, August 2nd, we're off in LA. We got the playoffs start.
So it's professional.
Professional fighters, all professional
It's
fighters.
like a new league.
Yes. Well, you know, Joe, you're a former fighter. You could be in the gym for 6 months waiting on a fight and not get that opportunity.
This will keep him active.
Correct.
And then you're going to have international fights in the near future. Right?
Yes. Right now we got 12 teams, and they're looking to expand to turn it into 24 league teams next year and going international.
Well, you know, we have another gentleman on the line. He's from David Trujillo. He's a coach from California.
Yes.
And we get him on the line now. We got him on. Here he is. David, how you doing, buddy?
Doing great, Joe, Shelly, Coach Dave. Pleasure, honor to be here.
We're happy to have you here, too.
Nice to see you, Coach. Nice to see you.
Okay, so now tell me, Mr. Trujillo, you've been in boxing as a coach. Now, were you a fighter before you became a coach? Were you a fighter before you turned to be a coach?
Well, in 1976, I joined 20th Street Boxing Gym in a program under Ron Lyle, the ex-heavyweight champ. And I boxed off and on there for about till about 1989. And as an amateur, I really didn't do much, but I used it to stay off the streets, or not stay off the streets, but actually to polish my skills for the streets.
Okay, you're from where originally?
Colorado.
All right, great.
Colorado.
Okay, so now how many fighters you have now? How many fighters are you training?
Right now, we have about 150 members for our mentorship program that we started in 2019. Sorry about that.
2019. Okay, we're having a little difficulty there.
2019.
Okay, you're breaking up on us a little bit. Okay.
Yeah. Right now we have 4 active pros, and a couple more are getting ready to turn pro. We started our program. I retired and started a program after COVID, or while COVID was happening. Actually, the kids needed a place to come, and they says that they weren't getting sick. So I says, bring them to the gym, and we'll keep them busy. And we started off with 1, 2, 3, and a year later we had about 50, and now 7 years later we have about 150.
Okay, how many professional fighters do you have in your gym?
Six
You're breaking up on us a little bit.
fighters.
Repeat,
Yeah.
repeat that again.
6 professional fighters.
6 professional fighters, and all the other
Yes.
ones, the other ones are just amateur training. Some of them are not even competing; they're just working out. Correct?
Yes. We take them all the way from the mentorship program through the amateurs, and then we turn them pro. And then after we manage them,
we have a little difficulty with you. You keep breaking up on us. Go ahead. We're listening
the
to you.
internet here.
Go ahead. This is what happens when we do all the Zoom meetings. We have these, sometimes we cut you off. We don't hear you all 100%.
Right. I have good internet here. We're pretty solid. But we promote our boxers as well. I'm also a boxing promoter. I did that. I've been a businessman since 1998. So when I've been in and out of the boxing world since then. I've had my kids box. They fought for Joel Diaz. They fought over at Wild Card Gym with Freddie Roach.
Freddie Roach.
So we've been in and out of the boxing game for many years, along with my careers as having to be a father and a husband, supporting 6 kids, and now I'd like to say we're blessed.
Well, great. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're doing good with that, David. Go ahead. Okay, David, so listen, we're having a little difficulty. We keep breaking up on us, but we'll get you one day. We'll do a show. We'll make sure we get our lines connected correctly. For the time being, thank you so much for being on the show, and we'll talk to you in the very near future, okay?
I just wanted to show you this.
Okay.
I know that belt.
Have this on the show.
Okay.
This is the Native American Eagle Warrior Championship.
Okay. That looks very nice. I'm glad that you got
Very
that on
nice. Very
It
nice.
is nice. Do you have something coming up August the 2nd, I hear, right? Can you hear me?
Yes, August 22nd at Saboba Casino Resort in San Jacinto, California, which we have another one of our pro.
Okay, well, that's good. We're going to wish you the best of luck on that show.
That's great.
And we'll be talking to you in the very near future, buddy. Okay, so we had a little difficulties with him listening to him.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm glad we got a little clip of what he's talking about.
Yeah, and he looks good too. I haven't seen him in a hot minute. He looks great.
He has 150 amateur fighters.
Yeah, that's good.
How many did you say he had? 8?
He had
pros?
6 professionals. Yeah.
6 professionals? Okay,
Yeah, so it
not
sounds
bad.
like you got a good program over there. He's doing well. That's
Yeah,
good.
good.
That's kind of the same concept that I was holding in my gyms too.
Exactly.
My gym was all about giving the young kids a place to be, not to be on the street, and not to hang out with the kid that they didn't really want to hang out with. So that's what my gym in Vila Boxing provides back on the East Coast.
Right.
Just a place for the young man to be and pick his day instead of just trying to float with somebody.
That's
I'm big
awesome.
on that. I'm big on
What do you
that.
think about boxing today compared to the way it was back in the days when I was fighting? Back in the day when I started refereeing Mike
Yeah, yeah.
Tyson.
Big difference. So to me,
Roberto-
fighters,
Roberto Duran.
it's a whole different era.
I remember that fight I did with Roberto Duran. I ran Barkley. That was a hell of a fight,
That was a great fight.
1989.
That was a great fight.
Great fight.
Barkley was a
Fun-
beast of a
he
fighter,
was a
too.
middleweight champion. He had knocked out Tommy Hearns. And Tommy Hearns had knocked out Roberto Duran.
Yes.
And Roberto Duran fighting Barkley. Nobody
Yes.
gave Duran a chance.
At that time, Joe, that's when I was studying the sport. I was a young man just stuck to the TV.
Duran was 35 years old. And Rand Barkley was 28.
Yeah,
He was a middleweight champion of the world.
that's right.
He was a great fighter.
Yeah.
And that night in Atlantic City, We had about 3 feet of snow that day, I remember.
Yeah.
And I ran Barkley, lost his title to Roberto Duran.
To Roberto Duran. I ran the Blade Barkley.
That's it.
But he was a tough guy.
He was very tough. I was doing him in the 4-round fights, the 6-round fights. And his trainer said, Joe, what do you think about this kid? I said,
Yes.
you got potential if you keep
Yes.
yourself nice and clean
Yes.
and disciplined. Because, in boxing, as a fighter, discipline is very important.
Right.
If you're not disciplined, you ain't got
No, you ain't got
make it.
nothing. It starts with discipline. You got to walk through the door with it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm great with this young man here. He coming from the MMA world, he's got discipline. He knows his foundation,
Yeah.
his strength, and his grit. So I don't have to build that from right away.
You don't need it.
Okay. I don't have to build that from the door. He already comes in with it, So I'm blessed. So we got some great opportunities. I'm looking forward towards getting him where he's going.
Yeah,
It's funny how you talk about that fight. I remember sitting and watching that fight as a young man, as a teenager, and watching you on there. So it's a blessing to be here with you, my friend. sitting here
That
now.
was my 39th world title fight.
Wow.
When I retired with 176 world title fights.
Wow. Do you hold that record for as a referee?
I don't know. I never really checked, but I've helped so many referees
Yeah.
to become top-notch referees.
That's awesome.
I helped a lot with Benji Stevens, Kenny Bayless, 20 Weeks, Russell Mora,
Yeah.
Mike Ortega. There's so many referees
Yeah.
that I helped throughout the year.
Yeah, but Mr. Joe, your name's in there too. I don't think anybody can talk about boxing without saying your name as well. So
Well, it's been an honor for
you
me.
got a notch in there that's never going to go away.
Yeah, well, a little skinny Puerto Rican from Spanish Harlem, New York.
That's right.
I didn't want to fight. My mother didn't want me to fight because when I was a kid, I fell off a wall in the backyards. I was walking a wall there. They had a backyard on one side, the other backyard on the other side.
Yeah.
98th Street, 99th Street. The wall that divides.
Yes.
I was walking on the wall, and I lost my footing, and I was holding on. I couldn't hold on no more. I let go. I went down right on my chin. I broke my jaw on both sides. Again, I lost 2 teeth in the front, 2 teeth in the bottom. I was in the hospital for a month. But my mother said, you can't fight it. You got a broken jaw. You can't do it, Joe.
Right.
You got to get out of there. You can't. Your brother can do it, but not you.
Right.
But you know what? I never hit the canvas my whole life.
That was your fire. There
And
you go.
maybe because I had a little tendency of knowing that if they hit me, they're gonna
Yeah.
hurt me. So I
had that extra alert.
moving. I always come home clean, no marks on my face.
There you go.
I come home with my brother. We would both fight in the tournaments, and my mother would say, "Hey, Joe, Mike, I see you fought, but Joe, you didn't fight, right? Because you don't have a mark on you." I said, "I won by knockout, no problem." But I wanted to fight, whatever. But I was very, very lucky in boxing.
That's
Then I turned pro when I was 18, which is like your young fighter you have here now. And he's a cruiserweight.
Cruiserweight.
I was a bantamweight, 118.
118.
Yeah, that was my weight. And now this morning I weigh 148 this morning. So I'm a welterweight now.
You're a welterweight now. There you
And
go.
the heaviest I ever fought in the pros was featherweight. I barely made featherweight.
126, 122.
126, but I couldn't make 122, 123 was the heaviest I would ever weigh.
Wow.
For a featherweight fight.
There you go.
I would have moved because bantamweight there was no money there. Then I tried to move to featherweight. And so I wasn't getting nowhere in boxing, even though I had a good record.
Yeah.
Back in those days,
Yeah.
there was not so many sanctioning bodies like we have today.
Yeah.
So you had only one sanctioning body. Back then it was only the NBA.
It was a rougher road for you guys, but the fighters back in the day, I mean, they were just fighters.
Yeah, well,
Fighters.
I refereed Roberto Duran 4 times, Mike Tyson 8 times.
Yeah.
Sugar Ray Leonard, when he came back, he came back to fight Hector Macho Camacho from
Yeah,
our
I
neighborhood,
remember.
right?
I remember.
And it was the 4th round in
My
Atlantic
brother
City.
worked the opposite corner with Camacho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was working that. When I fight, I was moving around, and Jesse Reed was a trainer for Camacho that day. I did a show yesterday with Jesse Reed. Remember the trainer with Jesse Reed?
Yes, yes.
We did a show yesterday, 1 hour talk show. And he was
Big
talking.
guy.
He's like about my height.
Is he?
Jesse Reed, yeah. Good trainer.
Okay.
And he said he had 19 world champions. But he said he would work Camacho that night that he beat Sugar Ray Leonard. I stopped the fight. The only time that Sugar Ray Leonard had been stopped was that night in Atlantic City.
In Atlantic City.
And I stopped the fight when Sugar Ray Leonard got dropped. Then he got up, and then he Camacho had him against the ropes, and his knees buckled again after
Again,
he got
yes.
hit. When he blew knees buckled, I jumped in and stopped it.
Yes.
When I held him in my arms, I waved my hand up. In my ear, he says, "Thanks, Joe."
That's great.
Yeah.
Sugar Ray was one of my favorites. So,
Yeah, he was a
you know,
good
his
fighter.
favorite.
One of the top ones in boxing history.
I mean, if you talk boxing as far as arts, speed, skill, and intelligence, Sugar Ray he had it all.
Yeah.
He had it all.
Isn't
And he
there-
was a gentleman.
Yeah, he was. Man. He still is.
Still is a gentleman. That's right. That's right.
Isn't there a big boxing match tonight in Australia? My husband's been talking about it all day.
You got Spencer and
Yeah,
Tizu.
Earl Spence, right? And
Tizu.
Tizu. Yeah,
Tizu,
exactly, yeah.
Katsisu, his father was a good,
Yeah,
good
yeah.
fighter. His father
So
was a junior welterweight champion.
we'll be watching that after we get done work tonight.
Awesome.
I'm sure my husband's going to
And
take
then we
it.
got September 12th, you got Ryan Garcia against Conor Ben, right here in Vegas.
Who's he fighting?
Conor Ben. From
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
UK.
that's right. Yeah. His
That's
father was
gonna
a
be a
champion.
good
Conor
fight.
Ben's father.
Yeah,
was-
that's
was-
right. That's right. His
Was
father
welterweight? Was a welterweight or middleweight champion? I think he was.
not too sure.
I think he was welterweight champion, or maybe middleweight champion. Conor
Yeah,
Ben's.
that fight's coming up. Hopefully, we'll be in Oklahoma doing our pro debut.
Yeah.
We got a pro debut in Oklahoma, and we're fighting in the Native American casino, Town Mountain Casino. First time they're ever going to hold a boxing event.
Oh, cool.
Give me your fighter's name against the cruiserweight. What's the name again?
Isaiah Pinson, Pinson.
Pinson.
Pinson. I'm going to introduce you one more time.
Isaiah Pinson, cruiserweight.
Cruiserweight.
He doing his debut.
Yes,
He's
pro
fought 3
debut.
fights in MMA.
Yeah, he's off in MMA for the PLL. He was 4-3 for one MMA league, and then 3-0 in another. But we're going to take over the boxing business.
So it's going to be great.
Oh,
Well,
it's
he's
gonna be
26 years young.
Yes.
He's still got a good couple of years ahead of him.
Yeah, and he's very disciplined, man. We were talking about that word.
That's so important.
That's key. That's number one.
Discipline, keep yourself in good shape, keep yourself with good ring mechanics,
Yes.
good lateral movement. That's so
Yes.
important
Yeah.
in boxing. A lot of fighters, they get in there, they think they can knock you out with one punch.
Right.
Not all the time.
Not
the
all
only
the time.
The only one that was good, that always surprised me, and I did it a couple of times, was Julian Jackson.
Julian Jackson.
Julian Jackson had like 53 pro fights.
Right.
He had 49 of those fights were knockouts.
Yeah, Julian Jackson.
One time I was doing a fight of his with a guy named Gerald Graham in Spain, and Julian Jackson left eye was closing, and then by the 5th round or so, it was completely closed. I
Wow.
went into the corner, and I told him, "Hey, Julian, show me something next round. If not, you can't see for that left eye." I said, "Yeah." I cover his right eye. I said, "Can you see my finger?" I can't see. I said, "Okay, I'm gonna give you one more chance.
Wow.
If you can't do nothing next round, I'm gonna stop the fight." Because he couldn't see.
Right.
He was like a fighter with one eye,
Right.
But I covered his eye, and I went like this. How many fingers you see?
He couldn't see.
He couldn't see nothing.
Wow.
So I said, "Okay, one more round. If not, I'm gonna stop it." He came out there. The guy came out and went. One shot, bang, ran, and I think I got
It
called.
was over. That's good stuff. And he had a reach, but he had power. I mean, he was long, but he was strong.
Either hand.
Yeah, either hand. That's
Yeah.
right. Julian Jackson.
Julian the Hawk.
The Hawk Jackson.
That was before Pryor.
Yeah.
Pryor came to Hawk later on, but
Aaron Pryor.
Aaron Pryor was my first world title fight.
One of the best fights I ever seen was Aaron Pryor and Alexis Arguello.
Yeah, a good fight.
That was a great fight.
It was. I did Aaron Pryor with Miguel Montilla in Atlantic City in 1982.
Awesome.
That was my first world title fight.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, I was 5 years into the pros, and people say, "Joe, how do you get to do a first world title fight? 5 years." And normally you got to be like do a 6-rounder, 8 round before you get ready for the big fights. They move me real quick. I mean, I was only referee. I did got to do Walla Porte and the amateurs, Golden
Walla
Gloves,
Porte.
when he was a featherweight champion, the Golden Gloves. I got to referee that. After I refereed that fight in Madison Square Garden, I got a call a week later from Deputy Commissioner Frank Morris. He called me up and said, "Mr. Cortez," he said, "I saw you last week referee the fight. I want to talk to you about something. Can you come up to my office?" I went over there. I was saying, "What are you going to talk to me about? I'm an amateur
Right.
referee. Hey, John, watching you, I want to see, and maybe we could turn you pro." I said, "I'm only doing it 6 months." He said, "Joe, don't waste your time in the amateurs. You got
Get it
the
going.
skills to be a pro.
Yeah.
You're ready to go pro now."
That's good stuff.
And I did. 6 months later, I was already a professional referee.
That's good stuff. You see, and there's always someone in your career and stuff that gets you to that point. I take a lot of pride in just getting them to that point.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so-
And once again, my husband Wesley, he's going to love this show because he
Awesome.
loves everything about boxing.
Yeah.
And when we met Joe, it was like magic, and then we all just became like best friends,
Yeah,
more like
I always light up
family.
when I see Joe.
I know, we
see-
do
when I see
too,
him, I say, "Oh, Joe, let me go say hi to Joe."
We're gonna have to get him to Lola's when he's not busy.
Yeah.
Speaking of
So-
Lola's, oh my God! So this week was really special at Lola's. I have to give a shout out to my sorority sisters. Back in the day, I went to University of Dayton College, University in Ohio, and I joined the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, founded in 1908 at Howard University in D.C., like the first Black women's sorority. So they have a little convention, which they call a boule. Yeah, you can see Rick's got some pictures up there and everything. And
Oh, awesome.
we had, so they had their boule here. So it was like over 390,000 members here in Vegas,
That's
building
great.
up the Vegas economy. So they did a big thing with them on TV, on all the stations. They had an app for what they were going on to come to Lola's where we performed to eat because of our New Orleans style cuisine. So they were dropping in and out all week long, and our colors are pink and green. And this particular night I happened to have on red, which was like a sin because that's like another sorority's colors. But anyway, so last night I made up for it. I wore pink and green last night. I'm wearing pink right now just because,
There you
I
go.
missed it.
Supporting.
But yeah, so I just wanted to give a shout out to all the new sorority sisters I made. That's TJ. Even TJ, our owner, she was in the mood last night too because my
TJ,
husband and I wore pink,
Awesome.
and so she had on this pink and green cap. I don't know where she got it from. Maybe one of the AKs gave it to her, but it certainly matched. So we took a picture with TJ last night. Everybody at Lola's is just so loving.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
Lola's in Summerlin,
Good call.
right off Town Center.
Yep. Town Center Drive.
So now, how long you been living in Vegas now?
I've been 5.5 years, going on 6 years now.
And you came from where? From
From New Jersey.
New Jersey?
Yeah, the East Coast. Right outside of Atlantic City, New Jersey.
There you go. I was
From
born
New
in
York, my
Jersey.
grandmother moved to like South Jersey,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and we used to shoot every summer, go there. So.
I got inducted to the Hall of Fame last September.
Yes.
In Atlantic City, Boxing Hall of
Yes,
Fame.
yes. I will be attending the next one coming up.
Oh, yeah?
I think they're putting in Georgie Gogo Navarro.
Joining around, yeah.
You remember him?
Yeah, sure.
That was my brother's fighter.
Is that right?
He gets inducted. Georgie Navarro. There's about three of them. Because Ray McCann just sent me something. Ray McClain.
Ray.
Good friend of mine. Good guy. He's doing good things in Lang City over there.
Ray McLean.
Ray McClain.
He's
the president of the.
president of Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame.
Yes.
And Shelly and her husband went up there when I got inducted last year.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And my wife.
I hold a little history in Lang City. I was the one who I put together an amateur show at the Claridge Casino. Biggest amateur attendance in New Jersey history, amateur boxing show.
That's so cool.
We had it the North. It was called Civil War, North versus South.
Yeah.
We flew kids from all over the country and put them on a big professional stage at the Claridge, and it was an awesome night. We hold the numbers for the biggest amateur show there.
Yeah,
That's
we did.
so cool.
Yes.
It was really, I did. They were nice. There were some weeks back when the football was on strike back in the 70s, late 70s, when Larry Hadzer and I, or it could have been early 80s, but I think it was late 70s, and I'm 79 around there. They had a football strike, and Larry Hadzer and I were referee. Larry Hadzer commissioner there now. He's been a commissioner
Yeah, I know Larry.
for over 30 years.
Yes.
And he says, maybe 35 years. And he says, Joe, we're going to be working a lot during these strikes. That we were there, do fights on maybe Tuesday night fights with ESPN.
Yes,
Then
yes,
we'll be
yes.
there Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday.
Wow.
We're doing four shows a week
Four
in
days a
Atlantic
week.
City. I do all those fights. But I remember refereeing Mike Tyson there when he knocked out Larry Holmes. I was referee for that.
Larry Holmes.
And I remember Muhammad Ali was in the ring that day.
Yes.
And Muhammad Ali, I had the pleasure of meeting him when he was in his younger years.
Yes.
Actually, in the 78, he was still fighting. He fought in Puerto Rico against Jean-Pierre Koopman in Puerto Rico in 1977. And matter of fact, 1976.
Okay.
And then I moved to New York in December of '76. Back to New York. I was born and raised in New York. I went to Puerto Rico. I lived there for 8 years
Okay.
with my wife and my two daughters. I was working at the El Conquistador Hotel. And Shelly and her husband at the time, I didn't know them, they were performing at the El San Juan Hotel.
Wow.
And we went to meet Muhammad Ali. Well, I was there when Muhammad Ali was there, and they were there at the same time.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's great. Those are stories, man. Those are.
But anyway, We're here in Las Vegas,
Yes.
the entertainment and the boxing capital of the world. You know, the sports capital of the world.
Sports capital of the world.
And right now, it's the heat capital because right now we got like 110 degrees.
It's hot out there.
105 hot. Anyway,
It's out there. But it's going well. It's going well. We're getting ready to get an NBA team. We got a baseball team,
that's coming
football. So
I want to bring in the horse racing.
there you go. Horse racing, that would be
Yeah,
great.
bring horse racing to Nevada. I brought over a couple of times to some high-end people, and I hear some things
They're
talking about.
listening?
They're talking about. They had
good.
the dog racing, but they're afraid to bring in the horses because of the weather. I said, we make it seasonal.
Right.
There you
Anyway,
go.
guys,
Good stuff.
well, thank you so much for being on the show today, and you'll fight again.
Isaiah Pinson, look out for him.
Isaiah
He's coming.
Pinson?
We're coming.
What day again?
September 12th, we're looking to get his pro debut in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, September
At the
12th.
Town Mountain Native American
And will
Casino.
that be televised anywhere?
It should be televised, yes. It should be televised. If more information I get, I'll come back and give it to you.
Okay, buddy, take care. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Joe.
You fans out
Shelly,
there?
It's a pleasure to meet you.
You too.
You fans out there, we'll see you guys next week. Take care of yourself. Keep your guards up at all times. Remember, I'm fair, but I'm firm. Touch them up. See you next week.